Hello and welcome to the Dutching channel. Today's three afternoon meetings in the UK are at Uttoxeter, Newcastle and Kempton, where I'm going to give you selections for most of the races there. And the date is the 16th of March 2024 and we've just gone past 8:30 in the morning. So the first meeting we'll look at is Uttoxeter. And we'll start there with their first race, which is the 1:15. 5 runners go to the post here. And we've given Don't Rightly Know as our top selection. And second, we have given Range. So if we go into Betfair, I'll just use this for information purposes, give you an idea on the prices. Don't Rightly Know is currently trading at 4.6 and Range just going in there to 2.92. Remember, if you're having a bet in these races, always look at this, what we call the over round figure there, where it says 106. You want this down to between 101 and 102, which there you see it's just dropped to 102.3. Price changes 4.8 Don't Rightly Know and 3.1 for Range. We'll move into the second race there, which is the 1:50. 9 go to the post in this second race, handicap hurdle. And we've given, in the second race, Santos Blue as our top selection. And Santos Blue, let's open the next page at Uttox. And Santos Blue is currently trading at 9.6. Over round here, 104, it's coming down. Then my second selection I've given is Perseus Way, which is currently trading at 26, a bit of an outsider there. And the third selection will be One Eye on Vegas, and that's currently trading as second favourite as 5.3. Now moving into Uttoxeter's third race, this is the 2:25, where now 17 go to post. There's a non-runner in Loop de Maud, which I think was yesterday that came through, and that leaves 17 runners. And in this race, we have given St. Davy as our top selection. So again, we'll go into Betfair and bring up the 2:25 at Uttoxeter. And St. Davy is trading at second favourite here at 6.2. Remember the over round of 106.7 showing. You need that to come down before you want to have a bet, even though St. David's just gone back there to 6. Our second selection is Transmission, and Transmission is trading at 18, so a bit of an outsider there. Our third selection is White Rhino. This is third in at the moment to 8.4, and our fourth selection is Hititi, and Hititi, that's showing at 21 on the exchange. Now remember, if you are betting on the exchange, whatever you do win off there, remember the profits, and I mean the profits only, they will take up to 5% on the exchanges, whether it's Betfair, Matchbook or Smarkets. But you need to look, because some of these do give you deals at certain times of the year, so you may not pay 5%, it might be a bit lower. Then we're going to move into the Uttoxeter 3 o'clock. This is the Midlands Grand National. That's the big race today. And we are now down to 12 runners as Innis or is a non-runner. So we go back into our spreadsheet, and our top selection there today is Mr. Incredible, which I also fancy for the Aintree Grand National, strangely enough. So we'll click onto Betfair and into the 3 o'clock. At the moment, Mr. Incredible is trading at 8.2. A little bit more needs to come down on the over round figure, which is 103.6. So yeah, that's Mr. Incredible. Then our second selection is My Silver Lining, which is trading at 6.8 currently. And our third selection is Iron Bridge, which is just gone out to joint favourite with My Silver Lining, both now showing at 6.8. Back into the Uttoxeter card and going down to the 335 now, and there's a non-runner in Marsh Wren here. So we'll go back into the 335. I did have Marsh Wren there to finish second, so that's now a non-runner. So we'll take that one out, and that will leave 7 going to post. And our top selection here is a horse called Christopher Wood. So back into Betfair, and the 335 shows us that Christopher Wood is currently 10 to 1. The over round figure is 103.6. Got to come down a little bit more yet. So 10s on the exchanges for Christopher Wood. And our second selection will be Evie's Vladimir. And that is trading at favourite at 4.2. So that's the second race at Uttoxeter. Second race at Uttoxeter. Fourth race at Uttoxeter even. Could be fifth. Sort of lose track when I'm doing them sometimes. So yeah, that was the fifth race at Uttoxeter. Now, moving into the sixth race there, which is the 410. 7 go to post here for a handicap chase. And we've given Easy Bucks, and if only it was, but Easy Bucks is our main selection in the Uttoxeter 410. So we'll go into Betfair. And Easy Bucks is the outsider at the moment, trading at 17. The over round figure not so great at 108.5. And our second selection for that race would be Bowls Over Bill, which is favourite at 3.45. So that's the two selections for that race. The last race there today will be the 445. This is a National Hunt flat race. Only 5 go to post. And we've given a horse here called Peace Nick as our top selection. Back into Betfair for the final time here at Uttoxeter. And Peace Nick at the moment is currently showing at 4.1. Again, the over round is 103.6, so it's coming down. So 4.1 for Peace Nick. And Captain Bellamy is our second selection. And this is 2.62 on the exchange. So that's the Uttoxeter card done for this afternoon. And now we're going into Newcastle. And Newcastle, we will start there with the 127. And the 127 is a novices hurdle, and there is 8 that go to post there. And our top selection for the 127 is a horse called Young Jack. So we'll go into Betfair yet again and bring the time back to 127 at Newcastle. And the favourite showing at present is Young Jack at 2.22. Over round figure of 103.2. So a little bit more liquidity in that will push that down. And the second selection there is From the Clouds, which happens to be the second favourite at 5.1. And our third selection in that race would be Benefit Ben, which is currently trading at 11.5. So that's the first race then. That's the 127 at Newcastle. Moving into the 202, 5 runners go to post here for a handicap chase. And we've given Iowa as our top selection here. So we'll go back into Betfair. And Iowa is trading at 10. It's one of 2 outsiders in this race. 104.5 is the over round figure at the moment. So that will come down as time goes on. And our second selection is Chase a Fortune, which I try to do every day. And that's currently the favourite at 2.66, or just over 13-8. And we'll now move on to their next race, which is the 237. 6 go to post here. This is a handicap hurdle. And our top selection here is Salsada. So into Betfair, bring up the 237. And Salsada, you can see here, is the outsider at 25. So 25 Salsada. And again, the over round figure of 104.7, that needs to come down a bit. And our second selection will be Brentford Hope. And that's currently favourite at 2.04, so it's not far off evens. And they're the 2 for that race. And now we're moving to Newcastle's 312. Only 5 go to post here. Another handicap chase. And our top selection in the 312 is Houston, Texas. We'll go back into Betfair. And Houston, Texas is trading at 8.6. The over round figure is 106.2. And our second selection is Cruise Control, which is currently trading at 2.28, or just over 5-4. Then we're going to move into the 347. Again, only 5 go to post here. Another handicap chase. And in the 347, we have given Heritier de Civola. And once more, we will go Betfair, change the page. And Heritier de Civola is currently trading at 1.96, which is around 10-11. So that would really be the only selection, I think, if you were betting odds on. And Shadows in the Sky, my second selection, would be 5.8. And staying with Newcastle, we're now going to go into the 422, their biggest race of the day there by the looks of it in runners. And then we've got a non-runner there in Brant. So 10 go to post for the 422. So we'll need to take that out. We was making that our 6th selection. So that wouldn't have interested us anyway. Right, so our first selection would be Libor Lad. Libor Lad. And into Betfair again. And Libor Lad is the favourite at the moment. Trading at 4.9 or nearly 4 to 1. Our second selection would be Kaylin Derg. And Kaylin Derg is currently trading at 12. And my third selection would be Heard That, which is the third in at 7.2. And again, the over round there, 107.2. So that will gradually come down and some of those prices will increase. And the last race at Newcastle is the 457. But I don't touch races where we have horses that have not been under rules, and you'll see there's no record of any form for that horse or Kathleen as well. So that will be a no race. I wouldn't bet in that at all. So that for me is the end of the Newcastle form. And now we're going to go into our third and final meeting. This is Kempton. 7-race card here as well. 135 to 505. And the first race, another small field here as well. 5 go to post for the 135. And our top selection would be Issa Deri. And Issa Deri will start again on Betfair, move back to the 135. And Issa Deri is trading at 2.92. That is currently favourite. And 102.3 on the over round figure is getting there. It's getting there. It's about the best we've seen so far. And our second selection is Persian Time, and that currently trading at 6.8. So we'll move now into their second race, the 210. We've got 11 going to post here, and that's with the exception of Classic Anthem. So 11 go to post. And our top selection here is Good Look Charm. Good Look Charm. So into the 210. And Good Look Charm is currently 8.4 on the exchange, or over 7 to 1. Our second selection would be Katira. And Katira is 10.5. That's trading 10.5. And our third selection here would be Irish Hill, which is the second favourite at 7.6. Then we'll move into our next race at Kempton. This is the 245, where now 8 go to post for a handicap chase, and the non-runner here is Our Jet. And our top selection here would be Phlegmatic. Phlegmatic. So into Betfair yet again. And Phlegmatic, that is currently showing 4 on the exchange. And again, the over-round figure of 104.7 will need to come down. Then our second selection there would be Miller's Bank, and that's currently trading at 12.5. And our third selection, Lord Baddesley, is currently trading at 7. So that's the 245 at Kempton. Staying there, we're going now into the 320, where it's a novices hurdle for mares. 15 go to post here. And in the 320, we have given Why Not as our selection. Why Not? So once more into Betfair. And the favourite here is Why Not, out to 2.82, between 7 to 4 and 15 to 8. Our second selection would be June Bell, and this one is third favourite at 6.66. Our third selection would be Lex's Moon, which is trading currently at 9.4, and a fourth selection there would be Imperious Star at 8. So that's the 420 at Kempton. Got some times mixed up there. I think that was the 320 at Kempton. Now we're going into the 355 at Kempton. 8 go to post here, and this is another handicap chase. So the 355, our top selection here is Java Point, and into Betfair. And Java Point is currently the third favourite at 5.4. Over-round figure is high again, 106.1. Our second selection would be Cap du Nord at 9.6. And our third selection would be Statuario, and this is the outsider, trading at 20. So that's the 355 at Kempton. Moving into the 430, we've just got 6 go to post this for a novices hurdle. And our top selection there is Camcenus. So we'll go into Betfair again. And Camcenus is third favourite at the moment on 3.9. The over-round figure of 103.6 needs to come down a little bit, a couple of points. And our second selection there would be Be Aware. And Be Aware is the second favourite, and that's trading at 11 to 4, or currently 3.75 on the exchange. And we'll move into their last race, which is the 505, another one of these National Hunt flat races. Plenty of horses that haven't got any form at all, not seen a race course, and I don't do form for these races. So in the 505, that will be a no betting race for me. So I'll go back and just give a recap. In the 115 at Uttoxeter, Don't Rightly Know and Range. In race 2, the 150 at Uttoxeter, Santos Blue, Perseus Way, One Eye on Vegas. Into the third race, St Davy, Transmission, White Rhino and Hititi. The fourth race, which is the Midlands Grand National, Mr. Incredible, My Silver Lining and Iron Bridge. And have a look at those three for if they're showing any prices for the Aintree Spectacle in about a month's time. Into the fifth race, the 3:35, we've gone for Christopher Wood and Evie's Vladimir. Race 6, the 4:10, we've gone for Easy Bucks, Bowls Over Bill. And the last race we've got in the 4:45 there is Peacenik and Captain Bellamy. Then we go to Newcastle, the 1:27, Young Jack, From the Clouds, Benefit Ben. The 2:02 at Newcastle, Iowa and Chase a Fortune. The 2:37 at Newcastle, Salzada and Brentford Hope. The 3:12 at Newcastle, Houston, Texas and Cruise Control. The 3:47 at Newcastle, Heritia de Silvola and Shadows in the Sky. The 4:22 at Newcastle, Libor Lad, Kaylin Derg and Heard That. The last race there will be a no bet, the 4:57 at Newcastle. Then into Kempton, the 1:35, Issar Deri and Persian Time. That's the 1:35 at Kempton. Now the 2:10 at Kempton, Good Look Charm, Katira and Irish Hill. Then into the 2:45 there at Kempton, Phlegmatic, Miller's Bank and Lord Baddesley. The 3:20 at Kempton, Why Not, Jumbel, Lex's Moon and Imperious Star. The 3:55 at Kempton, Java Point, Cap de Nord and Statuario. The 4:30 at Kempton, Camsinus and Be Aware. And the last race at Kempton will be a no bet. Now, if you wanted to do the best bet of the day, these are my prices in column Z. So at 1.86, I have Camsinus. And let's see if we can get a horse that's shorter than that today. Nothing at the moment. No. So my best bet there today would be in the 4:30 at Kempton. That's Camsinus. And also what I'll do after the racing at Kempton, I will put the full races on my site for you to watch. And if you want to go back all this week on my site there, the Dutchin channel, you will be able to find all the videos for the Cheltenham Festival if you want to watch any of those. And otherwise, have a good day's punting, and I'll be back tonight with the results show to see how we got on. But thanks for watching.